Alright, progress on the 83 GPZ 1100. So I got this side of the engine done, buffed out, real nice looking shiny. Got that cover there buffed out, and this one buffed out, all painted. Got the aluminum shaved and done correctly. At this time I did it with sandpaper, and I also fixed the other side, so that worked out a lot better. And I got the battery mount, and all I'm missing is this little bracket right here that goes from here to this little thing. This thing just sits in there, and it's got another little bracket that goes there to there. So I can make that bracket, ain't worried about that. Just need a little piece of metal, go like that. Take a turn, mount that, put a screw there. So I already got a screw. Just need to find a piece of metal, bend it, make a little bracket there. So this engine is completely painted now. Got both sides painted. This side came out real good. Looks real nice and shiny. I got all this buffed out. Might have to do a little bit more buffing. Got tired. But for the most part, it's all done. Looks good. Cleaned up. Looks nice. And so now all I gotta do is put tires on, clean the wheels up, and do all that stuff. I did order a chain, so I guess I'll wait for that to come in. If I do the back wheel, I might do the... Maybe I'll do, I don't know which tire I'll do first. I want to do one at a time and get those sanded and, you know, painted and clean buffed and all that. And of course, when I do the front, I'm going to do the paint on the forks. That'll be painted like this and then buffed out black. And then the wheels will be painted that red, and the wheels, instead of buffing them, I'm thinking I'm just going to sand them, you know, like buffed like that instead of buffing them. We'll see how that turns out. So I've been noticing from a cold start, this engine started making some kind of little tapping, knocking noise. I'm not too sure what that is, but it's like a da-da-da-da-da, and it goes away real quick. And you can hear it in that last video I did when I took it for a ride after I put the rectifier in there. And I'll put that clip here. You can kind of hear it. There's a cold start. And not too sure what it is. I started it today hoping to make a video showing the noise again. I just started it, didn't do it at all. And it only seems to do it when it's been sitting overnight. Anytime I start it and I hear the noise and it goes away, and then I restart it during the day, I won't ever hear it again. And I can ride it all day long. You know, I'll go around the block a couple times with it and I won't hear any kind of noise. It runs fine, sounds smooth, no noise. I did change the oil to the 2050, and as far as the valves ticking and all that, didn't make a difference. They still kind of tick, maybe a little bit better, but still kind of, you know, making that little light tapping noise, you know. But this other noise I'm kind of concerned about. Not too sure what that noise is. It's it either could be the cam chain tensioner or the starter clutch bolts. I've seen videos where the bolts, there's 3 bolts that mount that thing, they come loose, or the springs on the rollers on the starter clutch, that one-way clutch, the springs get kind of lose their tension and they have to be replaced. So so that will make noise. But this is it's the noise is, you heard it in that video, it's pretty metal to metal, tut 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 tut, you know, and then it goes away real quick. You know, rev it up, it'll go away. It's almost like it only does it for a little bit, goes away, and then you won't hear it all day long. Once you start it again, you won't hear it. It's just, you know, cold start in the morning, sometimes it'll do it. Like today, didn't do it. I was hoping to make a video showing it, didn't do it at all, not one bit. So I don't know, that's noise is kind of concerning me. I don't know what it could be. Hopefully it's just something, you know, tension or something like that. So let's see. Got the battery mount, need to make that little mount. I got to remount the rectifier, still have that stuffed under the seat, haven't messed with that. Guess I'll mount that. Then I guess I want to do the tires. I'm going to go ahead and get on that, start changing the tires. The front one keeps leaking and I got to keep putting air in it. But I've just been riding the bike around the block, you know, just driving it a little bit. That's what it needs to get on the road, you know. And it rides real fine. You can go around the block and just, you know, I just put it around and runs great, real smooth, you know, running smooth. Goes through all the gears real smooth. Feels like a nice bike. So I don't know what that noise could be. That's just kind of concerning me, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the tires on since I got those. Take the wheels off, get them all cleaned up, paint the rotors, and paint the wheels red, and then probably just brush the aluminum. I don't know if I'm gonna polish the aluminum. Probably just brush it, and then get the tires on, put all that back together with the new chain, paint the forks, make that look real nice. But there's the engine this side, came out real nice and buffed. So the whole engine is clean. That is all sanded and buffed right. Looks real good now. Looks pretty nice. So let's hear what it does real quick. So you can hear it. Sounds good. Doesn't make that noise, but sometimes it does it, and I don't know what that noise could be. But you know, I can go up and down the street on it. Sounds like it's a strong running engine. No knocking, no noise. So I don't know what it is. But I guess I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Just wanted to make a quick progress report on the bike. Engine came out real nice. And that's nice looking, buffed out, shiny. Looks really good. So there it is. So I guess I'm gonna wrap this up here. I guess that's it for now. Next time you see the bike, I'll have probably some tires on it, and if I get time to do that, and I'll probably do one at a time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to knock out both of them. Probably do one at a time. Probably do the rear first or the front. We'll see. And then once that's done, I can continue on working on other stuff. Once the tires are out of the way. Hopefully when I take the wheels off, I don't need bearings. I'm going to check the bearings and all that stuff. But the bearing kit ain't that expensive. They're only like $12. There's three bearings that go in the rear, and they're like $12 for, you know, either the front or back. So the bearing kit ain't that expensive, and I'll just have to see how they feel when I take them out. And let's see what else. Got a chain coming. I didn't get sprockets or anything. I'm just going to clean that up better since when I take it off and then paint it, make it look better. And as far as the front, I think that's just 2 bearings. But, you know, I'm driving around. I don't really feel any noise or anything, but we'll see how they feel when I take the wheels off. And what else? Forks all seem to be holding air and not leaking or anything, and it rides real fine. Runs, you know, when you're driving it, it drives fine. Doesn't feel funny, or the engine, you know, feels fine. So I guess we'll wrap this up here. All right, that's the progress report on the '83 GPZ 1100. All right, I'm out.